enthusiast, Frank Wainwright. I wonder how enthusiastic he is now, because he's tackling 62 ultra marathons in as many days. An extraordinary thing to do. He's raising money for youth development charities, and I'm very happy to say he joins us now. Very good morning to you, Frank. Thanks so much for talking to us this morning. So, as I understand it, you're 61 days down. Today is day 62, your final day. So get us up to speed. How's it been going so far?
So I've had the most incredible journey around the country. I did start out in Newcastle now 61 days ago, with the final day coming back into Newcastle again today. My route, the one that I created, joins up the 42 cathedral cities of England. It was a kind of route that was devised under UK cycling by under lockdown, and I thought we all want to be good tourists on our own doorstep. So I put those cathedral routes together, started in Newcastle. I've come down through London, down to Canterbury, across the bottom to Truro, up through the brilliant cities of the west of the country, through places like Bristol, and then to Liverpool and Manchester, and eventually up through the lakes and across Hadrian's Wall yesterday. And I've finished up in Hexham last night with a run down into Newcastle to finish the route today.
Frank, you made me tired listening to that, if I'm honest with you, so I don't know how you're feeling right now. Look, I don't like to point out people's ages on this show or anywhere in life, but Frank, you're 54.
Yes.
Why did you choose to do this and embark on this challenge at this age, or at any age, really?
Okay, well, I think actually at this age is a good age for doing something like this if you can, and in my case, I can. I'm very lucky. My body's held together very well through my life. But because I've reached a certain age in my work where I could put together, in my case, connections that I knew from the industry that I work in, to build a kind of mentors group through my sponsors that would look after young people and look after people into the future. And for me, that's kind of like a big legacy project where I can say, right, I can sign off in a way with this big run, which also allows me to secure the future and have transformative work for young people going on into the future. I fully believe that if you give a young person a really good chance in life, then especially one from a kind of deprived background, and give them the opportunity that they really need, then quite often they can be the ones that can then be the guardians of their own future in terms of sustainability, entrepreneurship, medicine, those kinds of things. So I think those sorts of charities are really good ones to support. So I've been fundraising for that and also spreading the message on it.
Well, yeah, and you're obviously raising money to that end, and a great cause it is too. But also, how much is it about demonstrating the benefits of getting outside, saying to young people, get outside, look at your country, breathe the air? You know, is that part of your message as well? Yeah,
no, absolutely. So every Saturday I go to Park Run. So every Saturday there's an opportunity to come. Like this morning, on Saturday morning, I'm at Tyne Green Park Run in Hexham, and the pace I'm going, whilst it's a huge effort I'm putting in, but I'm not running quickly. You can easily imagine I'm going along fairly carefully, and that means that people have been able to come out and join me for a mile in and out of the city on the way through, come and do a mile in the wheelchair. We've demonstrated those sorts of things on the way through, and it has been such a very inclusive run. I think probably over 100 or so people have joined me in the 62 days that I've been going around. Some days I've had on my own, long days out on the trail on my own, probably about 10 or 15 of them. But equally, some days large groups of people have come and joined me for a burst, which I also hope might happen today as I run into Newcastle. There's always a tracker on me.
I was going to say, Frank, obviously today is the final one. How are you feeling going into it? And has it really sunk in, the achievement of what you've been able to do?
So that's a good question. I don't think it's sunk in. I hope it will feel like a big glowing achievement at the end of this route. But also, of course, it's like it's like getting off the routine. I'm now used to waking up at 5 in the morning. I'm now used to going through my stretch routine every day, looking after my nutrition. My feet are in really good condition going into the last day, which I think is unusual for a challenge like this. And it's because I've been very meticulous about my preparation for it. Yesterday was a huge day. We had miles to make up, so I've run a lot of miles over quite rough terrain and brilliant, beautiful terrain across Hadrian's Wall yesterday. But today, I feel confident. I'm going to make it to the finish line today, but it does feel momentous. Yes.
Just very quickly, I think you're running 32 miles a day. Just to be clear to everybody, that is an extraordinary achievement. Congratulations on making it so far, and have a good day today. Just very briefly, what kind of treat are you going to give yourself at the end of it? Is there something you're particularly looking forward to give yourself a little reward at the end?
Well, I've been a little bit sly in rewarding myself along the way through with a beer or two along the way, but certainly Newcastle. A glass of Newcastle Brown, I think, would be a good celebration. Once I've been to see the cathedral, I've started and finished at the cathedral in Newcastle, but I believe that there are a few people going to be celebrating with me there today. That's where I finish. And then, yes, let's head into Eldon Square maybe for a glass of Newcastle Brown.
Treat yourself to two. That's what I say, to Frank, and also a packet of crisps. Go mad. Anyway,
okay, I'll tell you what. Yeah, well, let's do that. Let's throw in the crisps too. Why not?
Well, Frank, honestly, I can't tell you how impressed we are here. Good luck with your final day, and really good to talk to you. Thanks so much.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, what a